Great Wayne Bennett, mate, our super coach at the moment. You got any stories about Wayne?
My best story about him is that we were in France when he was the coach of the Kangaroos, and there was a day trip to Villers-Bretonneux, the massive, indescribable war cemetery there, and I would travel by car, and so I got there first before the bus arrived, and Wayne was the first one out of the bus. And I'd been there before, and Wayne had obviously been there before as well. It was the day after a victory. It must have been the day after a test match, maybe. And he got out first, and he looked at me and said, "Geez, they're really boisterous. You just watch this slow them down or quiet them down." And these guys got out, and they're all 19, let's say 19 to 28, 30, the players mostly. And they get out, and then they suddenly start walking up this maybe kilometre of just endless graves. And the ages on them are 19, 20, 18, 19, just endlessly. And then you get to this massive wall up there, which has got the names all on the wall. And it is just physically and emotionally impossible not to go for your surname. You know, you'll go there and you'll find Whelan, and there's 3 Whelans there. Or it's Maven, and you go down there and the Maven there. And they weren't drunk. So when I say sobered them up, it was very incredibly sobering. And that reflects, and Wayne's unique in that. There were other coaches, Australian coaches that I've been to with France who never went there because we're here to play football. Well, no, you're not, right? And whether we win premierships or not, whether Wayne produces grand final champions or not, one thing that he will produce is really, really balanced young men. And I think that's a greater legacy than a ring.
Totally agree, mate.
Yeah.
It is awesome.
And that's why the players love him too,
Yeah.
because he does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I just want to expand on this, one of the dangers, and getting back to when they used to deliver the beers when I was at the pub, those guys there used to think of themselves as blokes who played football, not as footballers. I don't think it's in a hell of a danger if you start thinking you are what you do. Because if you think that you're a footballer, if an injury causes you to stop playing football, then you've got a problem because you're not what you thought you were. If you think you're a breadwinner and you lose your job, if you think you're a farmer and the drought drives you off your land, and that's what you think you are, then you cease to exist. And if you cease to exist, then you can make some very bad decisions. And so Wayne really brings the idea that what he's dealing with is people, and people who play football. And if they take away the football from you, they take away this from you, they take away the farming from you, if you think you're a great husband and your wife leaves, you're still a person. And that's it's that dimension and perspective that Wayne brings to the people that he encounters that I think is much more of a legacy. I mean, I'd love to win a premiership, but you know that the people who go out will be better than the people who came in.
Well,
Yeah, we've heard that.
He's going to make them better, man, mate.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's summed it up like that, like that, Cole. That's